There is so many things we want to find. Somebody on Facebook will put up something, you thought, oh shit, I wish I could find that. You know, it's sort of Roman coins. I would be glad to find any coin today. It's just so happy. You find one coin and it gives you a little buzz. And the fact that you're down here 2 tides a day, and it's peaceful, tranquil, there's no disturbance. You're in the central London, there is no traffic. You're just in your own little zone, scraping away. This is just literally scraping. This is just scraping. We're only allowed to scrape 3.5 inches maximum.
Really strange things have washed in when we stood here. Not so long back, we were standing here and thought there was a body. It turns out it wasn't. It was a dead goat. A whole dead goat, horns, fur, everything. And it just gave you quite a start when it comes across. We have found a human skull. We did, down at Westminster. We had to report it to the police. And they took it off us. They came to our house and collected it. And they think it could have been medieval. So, it's you never know what you're going to find, you know.
Garnets are believed to be, there's areas of the Thames itself that you find thousands of garnets. The story is that they come from India or Africa, we're not too sure. But some of the stories go that they were used to pay the ferryman across the river before the bridges were built. They could have been used for sandblasting sort of ship's metal and bits and pieces like that. But there are so many that it's so hard to actually prove why they're here. Then a couple of the other things that we find are typeset. So these are very small pieces of font, different types, different font types. One of the stories is that at Hammersmith there is believed to be dove type, which is a font set that's not in use at the moment. Here we have a very small half a cufflink. Not too sure of the date yet, we'll have to do some research when we go home. One of the other things that I found today is a pin. The pin was used to fix clothing before zips and clippers and fasteners. These pins are all handmade. There's your pin. They were made using a bone which had been worked, so it's got grooves in the top of the bone to place the metal in to file the pins. There is a saying about pin money, which is the women that used to make the pins, they used to work constantly, and the money they had was called pin money specifically because they earned it through making pins. Some of the clothes that they had in the Elizabethan time had at least 5,000 pins holding them together. They're rough collars, everything. If you think of anything you've got today with a button, it wouldn't be a button, it would be a pin or a clasp. And you find all these sorts on the river. Occasionally you find a small circle with a twist in it which will hold 50 pins. So that the pins were grouped into sort of 50s. We also find coins, any coin from Roman right through to current modern day coinage.
When do you think that pin is from?
This pin could be 1600s, unsure. But sometimes you get pins that are very elaborate or much bigger, about this length, which are hat pins. Obviously the river over time would break them up, so you may end up with a short piece. Some of the other things you find, Victorian ear picks, which are made of bone, scalloped at one end specifically for cleaning out your ears. People think, ugh, but Victorians had an answer for everything. We've got bone toothbrushes, which are perfectly smooth. It's a lovely feel when you hold it, but it's all drilled out, especially for the brush. So you've got a lovely bone toothbrush, which is much bigger than the common toothbrushes. Some of them curve slightly, and that's another way of dating them. I'm not too sure which one, the curved is older than the uncurved. You find absolutely everything. You can find gold coins if you're lucky. We recently found here, where we are today, a rose farthing, which dates from 1670. I found again
a rose farthing.
rose farthing.
How much would that have been worth at the time?
At the time, it was a quarter of a penny. It's hard to actually calculate because the other thing you find are tokens, where you go into a shop with a rose farthing, spend your money on buying gin, clothes or whatever. The shopkeeper wouldn't have a lot of coinage, so he would give you a token, so you could spend that token back in his shop or other shops, and the token would have the shopkeeper's name on it and the date, you know, the 1690 whatever, 1700 thing, and that's also currency before the pre-decimal monies that is today.
What other coins have you found?
We've actually found one of the funniest ones was a George Washington independence coin. So obviously when the independence was, I can't remember off the top of my head. We found some French coins, Russian coins. I found a hoard of about 130 coins, which was all pre-decimal, so there was pesetas, there was lira, there was francs, there was Deutschmarks, you name it, it was there. It's like someone had raided their piggy bank and thought, oh, this is worthless, and just tipped it in the river. Because the whole river was sewage. Everything got thrown in the river, it would be washed away. The bridges on the river had shops on, and like my wife was saying earlier, the shopkeepers would just throw a carcass into the river, it's got washed away, no one would take it away. What we're currently doing is mudlarking, and that was scavengers. Kids used to do it to get food. They used to get lumps of fat, lumps of coal, then take it to the shops and sell that on to somebody else. You know, a little lump of coal, it doesn't matter what size, they'd find it and sell it on.
What would you like to find? What would be a happy find for you that you've not found before?
The wish list is continually growing. Every time we're here, we're thinking of something else. Today I actually found a domino, which to me, it was like a fantastic thing. We're still looking for this elusive thimble because we find Victorian thimbles occasionally. We haven't found one of those at the time. What I'd like to say though is you must be licensed to come down onto the foreshore. The licence is available from the Port of London Authority and costs £75 for 3 years, which is peanuts. That allows us to dig to 3 inches. Doesn't sound a lot, but sometimes you don't even have to dig. You can just wander and things are on the surface. You could be at the water's edge and suddenly something flips in. It could be a coin, it could be a pipe, it could be anything. You never know what you're going to find, and that's just the beauty of it.
Thank you.
Okay.